My first creative expression was dance and singing. Probably around the age of 11, I started to really enjoy drawing. And then when I was a teenager, I began to bring through quite dark drawings that felt like they expressed something quite emotional. Actually satisfied something quite deep in me that didn't have a voice in any other way. I did 2 foundation courses, and my tutors on one of the courses told me I wasn't an illustrator. And they actually said to me that I should maybe look at modelling or being a secretary, because I wasn't an illustrator. I learnt from an early age with journaling that it was like a silent companion. And I'd get my journal or sketchbook out and I'd just start drawing, and there'd be a face starting to form, and I wouldn't have any sense of directing it. I would just let it be, like I was the observer. From these characters that were born onto the page that I would meet, and they'd appear to me, and it was like my hand was creating them, but they were their own form. And one day when I was in New Zealand, I realised that I was creatively constipated. The thing that constipated me and tied me up in knots was this thought process, and I call it creating from the outside in. And it was this thought of, what do people want to see? How can I impress the world? How can I touch the world? How can I have a message that really has meaning? How can I make a difference? How can I move people? And the more I thought that, the less creative I felt. And I just picked up my pen and a big sketch pad, and I closed my eyes and I let that pen just touch the page, and I surrendered. I remember the thought that came through that gave permission, and it was, let yourself express as the artist that you know you are. Wonky Donkey came to me at a time where I was ready to let go of many things in my life. Well, after Wonky's initial success in New Zealand and Australia, having left that side of the world and come back to my motherland of England, I'd anticipated seeing Wonky on the shelves. He was supposed to be out here, but he wasn't anywhere to be seen. Very unexpectedly, everything changed completely out of the blue. This video that a friend had tagged me in, and I watched it, and it was a Scottish granny reading the Wonky Donkey to her grandchild. And she wasn't just reading the Wonky Donkey to her grandchild, she was in absolutely infectiously unstoppable giggles. Completely turned my life around. It was like going from zero to hero overnight. Within a week, it was in The Guardian. And suddenly, Wonky Donkey was like, bah! He was everywhere.
I only had 3 legs and 1 eye. Like this country music is quite tall and slim, and he smelled really, really bad.
I would see these things at the tool stall at the market, mostly where I got a lot of these objects, and they'd be like clarinet or calipers or jigsaw pieces or bits of wood, bits of old tools, broken things, violin. And there was this sense of like letting these objects speak to me, whisper to me, tell me what you want to be, tell me what you want to become. The phrase that I've used is Innersense, and it's a mixture of the word innocence and inner sense, being a place of our instinct. Maybe you'd call it intuition. It's like this knowing, this impulse, this natural impulse of what we really want, how we really need to express, how we really are, authentically are. I'm really passionate about empowering people to reclaim their authentic expression and creative connection to life. When we drop in deeply and honestly and authentically, that is what I want to bring